Well, Sarah, last year in this spot, y'all had that really tough game against A&M. Y'all dropped it, but with this game, almost the same situation, but you're able to pull it out. Just how are you able to, after Penn State scores those 2 runs in the 6th inning, be able to respond in the bottom of the 6th to get those 3 runs across?
I think staying focused, again, not making one moment too big, one moment too small. I also think whenever you have a pitcher like Jess who throws a great game and one pitch beats her, it's real hard to see her go down like that, So having her back, I think, was the biggest thing, at least for me, because it's one pitch, and she's going to wear that. That's who Jessica is. So I think just keeping it, it's a team effort. So you see everybody come up big there, and I think that's why, because we know that at the end of the day, if we're playing for each other, you can't be better than that.
Colton, let's give you the mic so we can get your question recorded.
Sarah, after the top of the 6th inning, just what was that conversation like as y'all were meeting up before y'all head up to bat?
That it was our game. That all year we found a way to win. We fought through the hard. We've done the little things, and I think that's kind of what beat us in the 3rd, 4th, whatever inning that was. I think we had some momentum taking at bats, and so I think whenever you can, learn from that, and then you get an inning with Carmen Bass getting on, Kat Zarate moving her over, even if we don't score that inning, we're at least starting to pick up on the things that are going to get us in the right direction. So just knowing that we had runners on almost every inning and finding a way to win.
Coach Blair, almost like the Sun Belt tournament, y'all just find ways to kind of get those runs across. Just what has it been these past 2 weeks that the team has really excelled there, especially on offense?
Yeah, I think, again, we're never out. And I think that's the thing that I like about them the most is, and we've talked about it a ton, especially at this point of the season, you're going to get punched, and so you better be able to punch back, and that's what I love about this group.
This was y'all's first time facing Bridget Nemeth, the pitcher y'all didn't face, during that 3-game series. Just what did she kind of bring to the table, and what adjustments did y'all have to make on offense?
Well, she kept us from getting the key hits. If you take, Sarah Vanderford out of that, we don't hit the ball real hard until the last inning. And so, I thought she did a good job of just keeping us off balance and doing enough to give us a few hits here and there. But when you leave 11 runners on base, she's doing enough to keep things in a decent spot to give herself a chance to win a ball game.
Sarah, y'all swept Penn State, in the regular season. Obviously, here at the NCAA tournament, it's a brand new ball game. How y'all, knowing that Penn State was wanting to get y'all their revenge, how are you able to kind of keep them at bay?
Right. I mean, again, I think just playing the game one pitch at a time. And they've said it all year, and, of course, Coach Scott said it again today. The game doesn't know who's supposed to win. So it doesn't matter if you won 4 months ago. It doesn't matter if you won yesterday. Show up, play your game, and, again, one pitch at a time, what we've stuck to all year.
And then, of course, Jessica, she had a 2-hitter going, and then the 2-run home run happened. Just how do you, what do you say about her, going to the top of the 7th, being able to close out that game, and just in a 1-2-3 inning?
Yeah, it's Jessica Mullins all year long. She's going to do the same thing. She's another one of those that's going to punch back. And so I thought she actually threw harder and better after she gave up the home run, which is typical for Jessica Mullins. Once you get her fired up, then you have a whole different level to deal with.
Sarah, you had the big RBI double. Just what did you see on that pitch, and how was that, as you were saying, the hit basically caused that momentum factor?
Right. I think it goes back to the challenge before. I have sophomore Emily Baker up here talking to me, and so, of course, I'm telling her, okay, it's your turn, choose yourself, but then it doesn't go her way, which, okay, but again, it goes back to the team. Being there for her, picking her up, because, as a sophomore, she's going to be harder on herself. And so just kind of teaching them that it's more than you, it's bigger than you. It's a team, it's going to take a team. And then also just learning from my last at-bat, that's the pitch I got beat on. So not getting beat on that again, just knowing that that's probably all I've seen for a strike all day, so sitting on that one pitch.
Sarah and Coach Woodard, y'all been a part of multiple NCAA tournaments. How important is it that when you enter the tournament, y'all, even though this is double elimination, y'all are starting off this tournament with a W?
It's the same thing I say all the time. The first 2 are the most important 2, in my opinion. And so, we've been pretty good at winning the first one. I'd like to be pretty good at winning the first 2. So, I think this is one that, hats off to Penn State. They gave us a run for our money, and I thought they played a heck of a ball game. So hats off to them. But that's one I felt like we had to win, and really to get out of this thing, we got to punch hard tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Obviously, it's again, the game doesn't know who's supposed to win. So no matter who we have to face tomorrow, going out and playing our game and sticking to our game plan is the only way we're going to get out of here.